certainly Ohio State has a great running attack, and of course it's based around Keith Byers.
Keith Byers is a sophomore out of Dayton, and Byers is your typical Ohio State back. He's a tailback, but he's got fullback size. An outstanding running back. If Michigan wants to do something against them defensively, they've got to stop Keith Byers.
The quarterbacking duties for Ohio State belonging to Mike Tomczak, a pretty good one.
Tomczak is a very good one. He did a great job for him last season as a sophomore. Now he's a year more experienced as a junior. He's not a great passer, but a very adequate passer. They can get the job done in the short zones. Tomczak's capable there. Michigan's got to pressure him out of the pocket if they force him to throw.
In the conference, Michigan, #1 defense, Ohio State, right behind the Wolverines. And when you take a look at that Buckeye defense, you think of the secondary.
The secondary's outstanding, Ray. There are 4 players back there. One of them's a junior, the rest seniors, and all of them have started since their freshman or sophomore year. The big gun, Sean Gale. He is the guy that Ohio State feels hits the hardest in their secondary. He's going to be a tough player to play against, as is the entire secondary. If Michigan wants to throw, they're going to have to do some things up front, running-wise, to force that secondary to gamble, because they're not going to beat them in a straight zone.
1st and 10 at the 31. And the first down gathered up by Barry, or rather the first call goes to Barry Walker across the 35-yard line. They rule him down at the 37. At the 38-yard line of the Buckeyes. Byers on the carry. And if you're going to stop him, that's the way to do it. Around the ankles. Rose was on top. And at the bottom of the pile for the University of Michigan, Al Sincich. All right, it's 3rd down and 3 for the Buckeyes. And Tomczak getting pressure, firing out. And Michigan with a great charge led by Kevin Brooks that time, forcing it over into a punch situation for Ohio State. And so the University of Michigan goes on offense for the first time this afternoon. The line of scrimmage at the Wolverine 26. Garrett and Rogers, the running backs. Handoff to Rogers, cuts it back up over the middle to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, could go all the way, and instead it's hauled down from behind, right around the 29-yard line. They mark it at the 27, and it was Calvin Bell, a junior from Richmond, Virginia, making the touchdown-saving tackle for Ohio State.
Michigan caught Ohio State in a flow to the football, Ray. One of those situations where Rogers cuts back. Now he's out there, gets a good block out here from Markray. Right there you saw him going down, and Rogers rips off a big gainer on a cutback play, taking advantage of Ohio State's quickness flowing to the motion of the football.
Rogers gaining 47 yards on that carry, and so the ball is marked at the Ohio State 27, 1st and 10. Steve Smith faking a handoff to his fullback, pitches now to Rogers, and Rogers goes out of bounds. And they'll mark it at the 24, saying he stepped out of bounds over there. Markray wide to the left, Bean wide to the right. And it's Garrett on the carry, gets across the 20, just about to the 19-yard line. Garrett comes out of the ball game. Armstrong now in a fullback to go with Rogers. Fake to Armstrong, option play. Smith on the carry, gets inside the 15, 14, close to the 13, and Backus leading the way on the tackle against Steve Smith.
Bergeron comes on now to try to make it 3-0 for the Wolverines.
Bergeron has that ball marked by Decker at the 16. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. And for Bergeron, attempting his 15th field goal of the year. He's 14 for 15. Give him number 15 with 8:14 to go in this first quarter. Michigan goes on top on a 26-yard field goal by Bergeron. Michigan 3, Ohio State nothing. 3-0 Michigan, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Byers on the carry, and boy, he is swarmed over just about his motion to the 42-yard line. A hard yard to pick up that time against the Michigan defense. So Ohio State attempting a 3rd down conversion here, and coming in this ball game, averaging just about 43% on their 3rd down conversions for the year. They are 3rd and 8. Tomczak has a man open. And on the catch this time, it's John Frank, his tight end. Close to the first down. The official says he is shy of the first down about 1.5 yards. All right, Garrett and Rogers. Smith, the quarterback. Markray wide to the right. Bean wide to the left. Now they use Rogers in that little slot as a wing position on the left side. Smith with a man open. And close to the first down. Making the catch that time was Sim Nelson. Roland Tatum gets credit for the tackle. for Smith, the first time that he goes to the air, and he's successful with that pass to his tight end. And for Sim Nelson, his 34th reception of the year. 1st and 10. And that was the 3rd first down by Michigan. Ball at the 33 of the Wolverines. Fake to Rogers. Smith with plenty of time. Good blocking. Firing deep to Markray. Should go all the way. Will go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Big play by the Wolverines, and a very big mistake by the cornerback back there, Sean Gale, who we talked about at the top of the show, Ray. He went for the interception, and Smith got it over his head. Markray is running a post from the left side of your screen. It's against the zone. He looks off him, comes back. Now watch number 2 go for the interception. It's over his head, and Markray is behind him. 67 yards for the touchdown. The Wolverines strike quickly. And look at Steve Smith. He looks right. He's looking right. Then he comes back left and throws this ball up very nicely. You never throw the long ball short. And when Gale went up for the interception, rather than staying with his man, he gave the opportunity for Markray to get behind him. He gambled and lost, and Michigan benefits with a big 67-yard touchdown pass. And the Wolverines, Ray, all season long have been looking for that pass, the big play.
Well, the referee, John Nealon, had first indicated he wanted the chain brought across on the far side of the field. Before they got there, he said he took another look at the ball, said, nope, it's a first down. It's just inside that 16-yard line. So at the 15, Tomczak now 7-9 in the passing department for a total of 90 yards. Byers breaks a couple of tackles, drives all the way to the 5-yard line of Michigan, dragging Rodney Lyles with him to the handoff to Byers, and Byers with a little extra effort driving into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And so after 32 quarters, Michigan's defense finally coughs up a touchdown in the rushing department.
Straight power. Watch Byers. Rolls into the hole behind Zelensky. Anderson hits him behind the goal line, but he rolled off and got in. Watch 57 Anderson. He hits him back there, but then it's Byers and all his power, rolling once and rolling into the end zone.
2nd and 5. Fake to Garrett. Option play. Steve Smith eluded a couple of would-be tacklers. Should have the first down at the 30-yard line. Smith faking. Wants to pass on the run. Looking over the middle. And he's got Sim Nelson. Sim Nelson has enough for the first down as a reception is made right at the Michigan 44-yard line, then driven back to the 43. That's 1st and 10 at the Michigan 44-yard line. Fullback Garrett, speedy, getting through. Nice opening over the middle. Good block there thrown by Dixon and Humphries along with Diorio. And he churns up close to the 50-yard line. They'll mark it at the 49. And trying to get the first down, 83 yards at the 50-yard line. Smith coming up the middle, has the first down to the 45, 44-yard line. Garrett and Rogers are running backs in behind Steve Smith. 1st and 10 at the 44 of Ohio State. Handoff is to Rogers. Good blocking. Grabbing him first up there was Orlando Lowry. Well, Michigan down 2 for 4 in their 3rd down conversion. Pitch out to Rogers. First down, driven out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Kelvin Bell leading the way for Ohio State to drive Rogers out of bounds. Bean wide to the left. Markray wide to the right. And it's Garrett on the carry. Running straight up inside the 20-yard line. Great fake that time by the quarterback Smith. Finally brought down by Sean Gale.
And
Michigan leading 10-7. Smith keeps it up the middle inside the 5-yard line. Tripped up by Bell. Also a little help in there from Hill.
You can't.
2nd and goal, 3 yards out. Rogers slanting, driving. That was good blocking by Garrett. Maybe just shy of that touchdown inside the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. That's Armstrong in motion. Rogers diving. They stood him up. And Ohio State does the job that time on Rogers. Couldn't get in. 22-yard effort. Kick is up. And it's no good. So, costly mistake by Michigan. Nothing results on a scoreboard. Ohio State fans are jubilant. Michigan fans are disappointed. 10-7 the score remains. We've got a timeout. Ohio State sending Anderson wide on the left side. Jemison wide on that right side. Tomczak faking and going over the middle to Jemison. It is complete and run out of bounds at the Michigan 42-yard line. Finally brought down by Cochran. That started back at the 20-yard line and now at the Michigan 40. Tomczak looking, has a man open. Complete to Anderson. Gets away from one would-be tackler. Cooper on the chase and drives him out of bounds inside the 19-yard line of Michigan. So the big catch that time by Cedric Anderson. 18-yard line. Fake to the fullback. Now the pitch on the option play. Byers chased by Gant. Byers in. Touchdown Ohio State. Perfect timing that time by Tomczak on his pitch.
You don't see Ohio State run the option much because Steve Smith, or rather Mike Tomczak, is not the option quarterback that Steve Smith is.
And so the Buckeyes, for the first time this afternoon, have gone in front of the Wolverines of Michigan. Score, Buckeyes 14, Wolverines 10. Passing situation for the Wolverines. Smith back. Good protection. Fires it, complete, and has the first down. That was Rick Rogers coming out of the backfield to gather in his first reception of the afternoon.
Third time's a charm, I guess, Ray. Rogers was out there at a wingback position. He just curls in behind the linebackers. Tough throw by Smith, and a nice catch right on stride by Rick Rogers. Big third down completion by the Wolverines. And Ray, Michigan has come out after Ohio State has scored and thrown the ball on every down.
Garrett again. And Garrett stumbling, trying to drive for the first down. May have enough for that first down. Got close to the 47-yard line. Second down and 10 for the Wolverines. Smith back to pass, looking for somebody. Got a couple open. Sim Nelson makes the reception, breaks the tackle, tripped up by Lane, fumble. They'll roll the ball dead at the Ohio State 33-yard line. By the way, Sim Nelson, 4 catches this afternoon, total of 62 yards. Second down and 8 for the Wolverines. Smith now coming up the middle on the draw. And he got close to the 25-yard line. Then took a good vicious hit. 3rd and 3. Rick Rogers back in there on the wing on the right side. Garrett, the running back, in behind Smith. Smith wants to go to the air, needs 3 yards. Comes out to Garrett. They're going to be shy of the first down at the 24-yard line. Led him a little too much, but he made the catch. Houston in there to cover. Michigan lines up. The Wolverines are going to try to go for that first down. Needing a couple of yards. Rogers and Garrett's the running back. Now Smith following his blockers. He's going to be, I believe, a little bit shy. It'll be close, but a shy maybe of a half a yard for that first down. Lost his footing, too, when he made that pivot.
Yeah, he did. What happened is they get penetration, Ray. Check it out. Smith fakes to the fullback. Now he comes out and he's got to jump over Houston, number 58. If Houston weren't there, Ben Smith might have had the distance to get the first down. Double back fake inside. Now Smith tries to follow it, but Houston is on the ground. He's got to try to go over Houston, and he can't. And that's a big play by that linebacker just coming in for the injured Byron Lee. And on 2 occasions, he's done a good job. Both times Michigan has gone at his side, and both times Houston came up with the play.
All right, Smith. Faced with 3rd and 8. Tomczak wants to pass. And picked up by Cochran, intercepted. Cochran, flag has gone down. Cochran brings it back to the 29-yard line, 28-yard line. However, there's a flag at the 31 of Ohio State. We'll wait for the call. Michigan has possession. The call goes against Ohio State. Declined. It was holding, and the Buckeyes have coughed up the ball to Michigan.
Cochran does a great job here of playing man-to-man defense. He did not give enough room out there for Jemison, and probably Tomczak should have held on to the football because that was great one-on-one man defense by Cochran on Jemison in the corner. He came right up, read it perfectly, reacted to the ball when it was thrown, and got Michigan the ball back in a big play by the defense once again.
Kerry Smith checks in now in place of Rogers. Lone back is Garrett. 3rd and 8. Smith looking for somebody. Double pump. And to Sim Nelson, complete at the 15-yard line. First down, Michigan. For Michigan at the Ohio State 15-yard line. Hand off to Rogers. A little daylight on that right side. Tiptoeing through so carefully from the 15-yard line down to the 9-yard line of Ohio State. Second down and 4 at the 9-yard line of Ohio State. Michigan faking this time to the fullback. Smith on the option to Rogers to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Upsetting Rogers down there is Sean Gale, number 2. But Michigan knocking on the door. Trailing by 4. Second and goal. From a yard out. Smith keeps, touchdown.
Everybody's looking to get him inside. They come with a fullback fake, and Backus is out there. The fullback runs off and blocks him, but Smitty with his speed is able to turn that corner. You saw 27, Doug Hill coming up to take Kerry Smith the pitchback.
12 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this ball game. Michigan has gone back on top, leading by 3, 17-14 over Ohio State. So second and 10. As Earl Bruce does a little pacing right now. His team trailing by 3, 17-14. Michigan fans are happy now since the Wolverines have gone back on top. 10 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in this ball game. 3-point difference. Fake this time to Byers. And fumble, Michigan. Watch Tomczak that time. Coming back in, trying to get the ball. Rose on top of that ball, and Michigan has it as its own 39.
Take a look at it. The give is in the middle. It looked like there was a mistaken snap or something. I don't know what happened, but Hammerstein came up with the football. We couldn't exactly see what happened underneath the center.
Tomczak reacted that time coming away from the center, did not have the ball, thought he had it. Instead, a turnover to Michigan. Giving it to Garrett. Garrett on extra effort that time across the 45-yard line to the 47. A gain of 7 yards on the carry. 3 yards needed for the first down. Garrett again gets the call. First down across the 50. Down to the 47-yard line of Ohio State. Garrett on those last 2 plays has really been churning the legs. Dennis Houston, the linebacker for Ohio State, making a tackle. 8 yards right now for a first down. Second and 8 at the 45. And Smith going to the air, going deep. He's got Markray over there. Complete at the 20-yard line. Markray somehow slipped in between 3 defenders. Buckeyes makes the reception and gets in at the 20, knocked out of bounds by Garcia Lane.
A great pattern because Vincent Bean comes underneath and he's got Garcia Lane short. Now he turns it out beyond the linebacker and underneath the deep coverage, and Steve Smith drops this right in the bucket. What a great pass and a nice pattern. You see Vince Bean is out of the picture, but he is underneath. That held Garcia Lane long enough, and Markray found that little zone open, and Smith dropped it in beautifully.
Markray has gone over the century mark in receptions as far as yardage this afternoon. 4 catches for a total of 102 yards. First and 10. And Smith cuts it back in. Picks up 5, 7, 8 yards. Close to the 10-yard line. Smith with a great effort, finally down by Dennis Houston. Garrett and Kerry Smith remain in as the running tandem. Steve Smith looking, got a man open. Caddis, touchdown! Eric Caddis makes the reception. The junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, for his first reception of the year. It's a touchdown reception.
And give credit to the call. Caddis is the backside end. It's a throwback pattern. Smith is looking right the entire time. Back comes Caddis across the field. A mistaken coverage, wide open at the 2. Touchdown. Give Michigan credit on the call, Ray, for having everything flow to the right. And Caddis just kind of floated over there, snuck out of everybody's way, and was hoping that Smith would see him. When he did, Caddis just rolled into the end zone.
Wolverines with that extra point. It's against Ohio State. It is good. Wolverines 24, Ohio State 14. We'll be right back. Frank that time on the receiving end, the tight end. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. The story of this ball game and what's remaining. First and 10. Tomczak Good catch by Anderson. And Michigan's Cooper and Lott colliding over there, covering on the play. 44 yards in the air for Ohio State. Minute and 58. Pumping to Anderson. Anderson high in the air. Did he make the catch? Touchdown, Ohio State. No flags. Anderson taking it away from Hewlett and from Cooper, making a marvelous catch in the end zone. We could not see it from that other angle. That time you can see he did not have possession. He was still juggling it. Tomczak with 15 seconds on the clock, trying to get a pass out. And a desperation going to his tailback Byers. Around him was Hammerstein, trying to bring him to the turf. Down to 11 seconds on that incompleted pass. The clock is stopped. Michigan hanging on, 24-21. The Buckeyes got some distance to go. 11 seconds. And out of the hands at time of Frank, the tight end. Clock stops, 7 seconds remaining.
Boy, you don't see that happen often. John Frank is an outstanding athlete from Ohio State. One of their best tight ends in their history. And he doesn't drop too many.
Top of your screen. Time remaining in the ball game. 7 seconds. 4th and 10 for the Buckeyes. Jemison wide to the right. Anderson wide to the left. So after a couple of losses to Ohio State, that string comes to an end. Michigan wins it 24-21.